Well, good. Well, I've been joined by my regular guest, Salem, and you were just struggling over your opponent's name.
Yes.
Your opponent is Deepan Chakkravarthy.
Yes.
But then you should give your whole name, which is a bit of a mouthful.
Okay, my full name is Salem Abdurrahman Muhammad Saleh Al-Ali.
Okay, which I think is a bit more complicated than Chakkravarthy.
Yeah, but Chakkravarthy is one name, and I said like 5 names. I said my name, my father's name, grandfather, and then the last name, and then the family.
Okay.
So
and the family name is
Al-Ali.
Al-Ali.
Yes, Al-Ali.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's enough names.
Yes.
Okay, but what do people call you for short?
Salem.
Just Salem.
Yes.
Yeah.
Simple.
Okay, really simple. Okay, it's easier. All right, so here we go. You've got this is round 8.
Yeah.
And you're playing with black, and it's a good old Nidal formation, which
Yes.
I'm always pleased to see. And he played
G3.
G3, steady, super steady.
Yes. Can I flip the board?
You
Is
want
it
to flip the
possible?
board?
Yes.
Yeah, we can do that. We have the technology. There we
Okay.
are.
Yeah, he played G3. I was expecting it. I mean, not mainly, but I thought that he might play it. But he never had E6, always E5. So I didn't prepare anything. So I just thought, I thought that actually he tries to avoid it, so it will not happen. That was my thought. But okay, it was a bit naive maybe. So Bishop G2, Bishop E7, castle, everything. It's normal theory. Bishop E3, Knight C6. And here, I mean, A4 is main move. And when he paused, I was terrified that he's going to take on C6 and play E5, because this is very drawish.
And he did.
And he did. So takes, everything is forced, takes rook B8.
But you say this is drawish. I mean, it's just an unbalanced position now.
Yeah, but if you know the theory, I mean, if you prepared with white, you can just push until the end, and black has to know only moves.
Okay.
So already when he played B3, I think it's not. I mean, bishop takes C6 could be also not the best move. I don't want to say any secrets of the opening, so
okay.
Okay. So here bishop B7 is natural, takes. Knight A4. He played knight A4. Yeah, knight D5. I was not thinking. Okay, bishop D2, and I was playing actually quite fast, and I played E4. I don't know in how many seconds.
43 seconds.
Okay, and then you know this feeling when you play a move and suddenly you see something that okay was not in mind.
I have this feeling a lot.
Yes, and usually it's actually a very strong move. So I actually, honestly, I don't know what I would do. I mean, after rook A E1.
Rook A E1.
Yes.
Attacking
E4.
your pawn.
Yes. So F5 is natural.
Sure.
And F3. This is why he's keeping the other rook on F1. And now if I take on F3, he will take just on E6. And I couldn't see, I mean, tactics to keep on, I mean...
yeah, this is very annoying that the knight covers C5.
Yeah.
Whoops, yeah.
No, I think I found solution after F3. Something goes to B4. Let me remember. Was it knight or bishop? I thought bishop B4 was interesting, actually. Playing for tricks, you know. C3.
Yeah.
E3. I mean, I don't know. This was not the plan, but at least I'm not losing any material, you know.
Okay, so bishop takes, you just
and
take
I take
on
on
C3.
C3, yeah.
And okay,
maybe it's okay.
Equal.
Yes. Yeah. And if he takes on B4, I don't know. Knight takes and C2 is hanging. So maybe it was not such a...
All right, but you had a moment of panic.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I had to run away from the table and sit somewhere and think about it, you know. So he played rook FD1.
Yeah.
Natural move. Okay,
after,
F5.
After almost 4 minutes.
Yes. Okay, King F1, I don't know, but it's a natural move also. King F1, King F7.
But now you've stabilized, of course.
Yes. No, the point is, okay, I know that black is okay, and this was not the problem. I want to play for a win, and this is actually the difficult part of the game. Rook C8, C4. Okay, here is first interesting moment, because okay, knight B4, clearly he's going to take this knight. Other idea would be knight F6.
Yeah. Okay.
You know the point. I want to go knight G4 and knight E5, and it would be very nice.
Come in.
Yes. So, for example, bishop F4 to stop knight coming from E5. Then I'm going to H2. Knight G4 and knight H2.
I see.
Yes.
You hop in here.
Yeah, but he will play H3 first, and after knight D7, bishop. c3 maybe, because on f4 there is g5. And okay, it's still playable, but I thought that maybe knight b4 is more interesting.
I guess you've got to be careful, because if you trade bishops, then you've got to watch a rook coming in here or something like this.
Yeah, I actually thought that bishop against knight is like more fighting, you know, than keeping the same pieces.
Okay, so knight b4, so yes, he has to trade.
Has to take it.
Yeah.
And of course, if you see this position, I mean, normally you would think that white is having very nice position, because, you know, black has double pawns and he's controlling the d file. This pawn is passed. Okay, but I think that actually it's around equal.
It's very hard to advance these guys.
Yes. So he played rook c1, natural move, and I played king e7. Okay, generally I wanted to put this rook c6 setup. I mean, king on e7, rook on c6, and okay, he cannot push anything already. Yeah. Instead of rook c6, yeah, here is, I mean, something very strange. I mean, g5 would be very natural. You know, just to take space.
Yeah.
Play h5, g4.
Yes. Yeah, yeah.
You know, but it's very unnatural move, but I think it's a quite strong one. Because, okay, g4 is the move. And the point is, white really wants to take and straighten the pawns. Yeah. And it looks like that black gets a lot of, I mean, like majority, but there is this d5 square which is very important.
I see.
So I think maybe first even to start c5 and rook c6 and then g4. It's possible this way, and then sometimes knight can come to d5 or rook can come to d5.
Okay, so this is very, very unclear now.
Yeah, so this g4 is very unpleasant threat.
Yeah.
And I want to get this g5, but if I play h5, he will play h4. And it's difficult to push in the king side, which is my only, I mean, source of counterplay if I want to do something. Okay, of course I can stand, like what happened.
Okay, I think we've just got to... We're frozen a moment. There we go, so rook c6. Yeah.
Yeah, rook d1. Okay, rook c8, we repeated once, and g6. Rook d1, he's just standing. h6. Now h4, I'm not sure he needed this move, but I don't think it's a bad move anyway. Bishop a3, I'm just standing. Now we are just playing... Ah, no, actually bishop a3 was an interesting idea. Here I decided actually to go for it and take a risk. I lost so many games, I mean over pushing, but somehow I'm on the streak now. I won 3 games in a row, and I thought, okay, I should not back down already and go for it. Okay.
So what's your plan with bishop
My plan
a3?
is rook b4 and at some point take on a4.
Okay.
But I mean, once the rook moves from d4, not the whole rook for free.
Yeah.
So so what happened is rook king e3. Yeah, I was just... No, I thought that it would be... yeah, I have to bring rook to b4, I have to first protect the 7th rank. So I have to go with this rook to b4. So this rook to c7, other rook to b8.
With you.
And okay, here I was just, you know, testing. I mean, he would think maybe bishop come back. You know, I'm trying also to let him think. Use his imagination. I mean, also lose sometimes.
Yes.
Sometime. So he played king f4. I mean, he lost some few minutes. He came back, and then I went for my original idea, which is...
what's the time situation?
Here I had... okay, I'm not sure, but I had more time. I mean, I was keeping like 5-7 minutes extra all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
A cushion.
Yes. So no, but we have both around 30 minutes, a little bit less.
Okay.
Yes.
It's not real time pressure yet.
Yeah.
But always the pressure.
Yeah. So rook b4. Yeah, there is a threat of rook a4, bishop c5. So king moves. And king f6. Yeah, here it's already, you know, I'm taking a risk because there is here rook d7, for instance. This was very interesting. My first idea was rook c6, and now rook d6 is not possible because I take and take. So he should move the knight. And okay, he moved from my rook a4, and I was not sure what to do. There is bishop b2, then he comes by king to c2. But here I wanted to go crazy. Take. Of course, I mean, if I get, for instance, just rook d8, if I get this position, I'm totally safe, I think. Here I have no risk, but if I'm keeping the c pawn like I wanted to do, this could be risky. Rook d7, take on c4. Takes, takes. He can protect only from here. Okay, here I had 2 ideas. One is rook a5, bishop c5. But then he has a4 move, which is very unpleasant, locking my rook.
Yeah.
But I'm going for bishop b4. He cannot protect a2. So let's say he pushes.
Yeah.
I take. He goes here. Rook here.
Yeah.
Push. And I thought a5. And here, okay, I continued this way. King.
Ooh, this
What is happening?
But
I thought actually I'm safe because always I have this e3 and king e4. So I mean, for white to win, he will have to play c7 to protect the pawn, and then to move the rook. But then I will have, first rank mates.
Right.
So okay, I thought that this way actually can happen, but actually here I didn't see a mate.
Yeah. Well,
This was my
he could be getting checkmated very easily, of course.
No, but I can give check and take the pawn. This was important, yeah. So if he moves the rook, I'm giving, like rook d8. Yeah, because in the game I calculated check, and king goes there, and I couldn't find anything, but now I see that I can just give check and take, so maybe it was not so risky. It looks strange in the beginning, but yeah,
interesting.
He's losing the a pawn.
So let's go to the game.
Yeah, so he played rook d2.
So it was this position, so instead of rook d7.
He played rook d2, so now after rook d7, a2, it just protected.
Right.
So I played rook c6, and here what did he play?
Knight c3.
Yeah, king e5, rook down. Yeah, maybe rook d7 was more precise. Okay, not a big deal. Rook d1, g5. Yeah, here my opponent went greedy a bit. He played rook d1 to get out from bishop b4.
Yeah.
There was one trick here, just was a nice trick. For instance, yeah, knight b1, and it looks like I'm losing the bishop. Then bishop c1, rook here, bishop here, rook here, and bishop here. And if knight a3, then I improved my bishop. Bishop c3, and bishop d4, and I get the dream square. So I thought that, okay, bishop a1 is nice, and I'm keeping control. So he played rook d8, rook b7, rook d1, g5, and here he went greedy. I think he should just take and stand somehow, make any move. Rook d7 or anything. And okay, he went wrong here. He went for the pawn because okay, looks like he's just taking the pawn, and where is the pawn to play? And bishop b4 was important. Maybe knight b1 was better here than knight a4, which looks very strange, because after knight a4 my idea was rook c7 takes rook d7, and now I think it's just lost.
Now you're in. You get your rook in, yeah.
Yeah, and I was calculating some rook g6 to push the pawn. Then I take check. He should go, I think, to queenside to c1. Then I thought maybe bishop here, rook here, some king comes this, and then rook here, h5, e5. Okay, but here maybe knight b7 is interesting move to annoy the rook and come back to c5. But I think if black's precise, it should be winning.
Still tricky, but
yes, it should be a win.
Should be a win. Okay, so let's go back. So he played knight b2.
Knight b2 takes rook d7, knight e3, and yeah, knight e3 was the last mistake, I think.
Okay, well, but it's
no, not the last one. Here was the last mistake, but it's lost. King d4 and knight g2 he should have gone, but it's bad. Here it's rook d1 and it's mate. King g2. Okay, not mate. He's a losing piece.
Yeah, this
is mate.
This is mate. After that.
Yeah. King g2 f3. King h3 only move. Otherwise it's mate. Rook h1. Knight h2 and bishop d6. No, here it's mate. Not mate. Knight d5, but
okay. Close enough. Yeah,
yes.
Very nice. So yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. Wow. Tough. Very tough fight actually.
Yeah.
Of course, as a Sicilian player, I always like to see the centre pawns steaming through. I feel this is justice for all our Sicilian players.
Yes.
I'm always very pleased to see that.
Yeah, just like Sveshnikov kind of Sicilians, this structure.
Almost any Sicilian, and it happens in the Najdorf so much. But but extremely tricky. So that brings you to 6 points, and with one round to go, you're only a half point behind the leaders. So could be an interesting last round.
Yes,
we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
Well, you might have white, which could help.
I hope I will have white.
You hope, yeah. Who knows with the pairings? But yeah. Okay, great.
Right.
Thank you very much
Thank
for showing
you.
the game. That's great.
Okay.